Okay, we are here today to discuss one of my favorite Vitolas, which means size, cigar sizes. So if you hear someone say, hey, that's a Robusto Vitola, a Vitola is the size. So every size typically has a name or a nickname or something like that. Today is my favorite. This is the Año Viejo from Gabby Caffey 1901 Cigars. Can you see that? Yep. Beautiful band. I love this. Very detailed, very small. But anyway, this is a 7.5 by 38, a true Lancero size. The Lancero size gets extremely abused, I think. People call certain things a Lancero that really aren't Lanceros. They become a Lonsdale. So if you go thicker ring gauge than this, 40, 42, which are also some of my favorites, you're really in Lonsdale territory. If you're less than 7.5, you're like what would you call that? A Panatella? 6.5 is like a Panatella Lancero, Clark? Panatella or I don't think I've ever heard someone say short Lancero, or have we? I think there's a company that uses that term. It's like a 6.5 by 38.
I'll give you the textbook definition.
Okay. Well, I'm also talking about this because I'm wearing... Have you seen this shirt, Clark? I don't think you've seen these.
I have seen that shirt.
So I started a new series of t-shirts that will come in and out of the shop at random. You'll just have to check the shop often. And this is the first one. They're on the Vitolas of cigars, and I'm really in love with this. So this is Mr. Lancero. We have our valued member Josh Markle designing these for us, and so this tells the story of the Lancero on the back of a t-shirt, which is it was created in, I believe, either 1965 or 1966 in Cuba at the Cohiba factory, which went on to make Davidoff cigars, and it is called there a Laguitos #1. Is that what it says on the back? Laguitos #1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a Laguitos #1. Laguito #1, and that is this 7.5 by 38. It's an amazing Vitola for a number of different reasons.
According to the textbook definition, Panatella is 6 by 38.
6 by 38. Okay, so a Panatella is a short Lancero. That's really cool. I'm glad that we know that now with a definitive answer.
I mean, everybody has different, answers on that stuff, though.
I think this is one of the coolest looking Vitola. Like, you see a guy smoking this, and you know that person has, or a woman. Imagine a woman smoking one of these. You would say, that brings me to a whole nother thing. But if you saw a woman smoking this at a cigar lounge, you'd be like, she knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's doing. She probably didn't just grab that size. Just normal person grabs a Toro because that's what they've seen, forever. When we first started in the club, I think for the first 2 years of the club, we had a Lancero in every single box. And I try to include Lanceros in every box, every other box, something like that. But we lost a lot of people, particularly the older crowd with the Lanceros. They absolutely hate the Lanceros. They say things like girly size. Just very feminine size, I've heard. I'm leaving because, I don't like these feminine size cigars. Beat it then. That was my answer. Get out of here then. You're not for us. You're not a Pravada guy or a Pravada gal, because Lanceros are the best. For me, if I had to pick one, I'm picking Lancero. Why? I think the flavors are really concentrated. Look, the bottom line is, I think the more I learn about making cigars, right, the more I talk to the manufacturers, bottom line is this. The filler tobaccos are kind of looked at as a commodity. It's the wrapper leaf that really gets the big bucks and gets all the attention. And so when you're getting more wrapper leaf in the mix, that means that you're probably getting a better quality tobacco in the smoke, right? Or proportionately more quality tobacco in the smoke. It would be like, I don't know how to explain it. It would be like, a pizza with more sauce and cheese and less bread. Like big filler cigars are kind of like eating Sicilian pizza or Pizza Hut pizza, pan pizza. It's a lot of the bread. And while that can be really delicious sometimes, a good thin crust is, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's New York style pizza. It's the most famous pizza in the world.
What about people from Chicago?
Well, they're eating 60 ring gauge pizza. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, some days I wake up dreaming about a nice Chicago slice. Not really, but I mean, I do love a good, in New York, we would call that a Sicilian. Everyone loves that, especially when you're hungover, but they all of these Vitolas can have their own superpowers and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, if I had to pick one, it would probably be this, followed by a Corona, followed by no, I'd probably go to Robusto, man. I want to say Corona and Corona Gorda, but probably Robusto. We'll get into that later. But this is a Lancero. It's a stylish mofo, man. You look cool when you smoke a Lancero. I think so. Again, I guess there's a lot of more traditional men out there that feel, the bigger the cigar, the better, or the bigger the ring gauge, the better. I like this.
Bigger the cigar, bigger the compensation.
Especially if I had a suit on or something, or I was going somewhere, New Year's Eve, this is a gangster little size here. So, and also it is the connoisseur's size. I will say that. And that's what it all comes down to, is that you're getting more concentrated wrapper flavors, which are apparently the best tobaccos. That's how they're sorted. And yeah, so Lanceros, you can get the t-shirt if you love a Lancero. I hope that we keep them in stock. And listen, please, members, with the hoodies, there's like a shortage of cotton or something in the world right now. I don't know what's going on out there, but don't get mad at me. Because you didn't get something in time. I'm sorry, man. You guys, we all pool our money together to get cigars, right? The merch and other stuff like that, that's like when we have money left over, icing on the cake, when we can afford to do those kind of things, I'll do them. But, I mean, I had people legit with the green hoodies when we were all wearing the hoodies. Bro, people legit, you can go back to the video, the comment. There was 1 or 2 comments that I was like, I'm being a bad person because I can't get you your hoodie. I'm sorry, man. I order what I can order, and, we don't always sell that much, so I didn't know to order that many, and I'll keep that in mind going forward, and our merch game is definitely getting stepped up. So, the Lancero Vitola, the Lancero t-shirt, Laguito? Laguito. Laguito number 1, my personal favorite. Hashtag We Are Pravada. Please leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about the Lancero Vitola. And I also want to thank everyone for joining our first ever Pravada Live call-in show on Friday night. It will get so much better than that. It was a ton of fun. Technically, we had a lot of issues, and we're ironing out all those kinks, and we're going to get a better look and everything like that. So I'm really excited about that. Peace out.